Your Power, Your Community, a podcast by Jackson EMC.
I am Karen Ewing, Community Relations Representative for Jackson EMC, and I am so excited about our guest today. Andrew Cox is a middle school science teacher at Twin Rivers Middle School in Gwinnett County. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Andrew is a multi-year winner for our Bright Ideas grants. I mean, I think you've won 6 or 7. The only year you didn't win was when you didn't apply, and that was the year we did the famous weather balloon.
Yes.
Tell us about that. That was fun.
Well, for one of my Jackson EMC grants, I asked for some weather balloon materials, and we developed a project with my students that we were going to launch this weather balloon, gather some data, record some video. The students made a video of their entire process of building that weather balloon. And it was one of the hardest things that we ever did, just trying to get the weather balloon up and running and to launch it. But it was one of the coolest things we did too, because we got all kinds of great data. That weather balloon went about 5 miles up in the air. We have video shots that you can see, South Carolina, Georgia. And it was very cold the morning we launched, but it was a wonderful experience, and wouldn't have been possible without Jackson EMC and Bright Ideas.
I remember that day. It was 25 degrees, I think, when we left at 11 o'clock that morning.
Yeah.
It was freezing.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
Very fun.
And one of the things that I have always noticed when we surprise you in your classroom every fall is that the projects are all student-led. Mm. How do you encourage that in your classroom?
That's something that a culture that I built from day one. And, I've been fortunate to have a lot of curious students. And when they're curious, all it takes is providing them the right tools, and they're going to take it and run with it. And so I encourage them to really develop their curiosity. And when I can give them something cool to investigate, they love taking that and running with it.
Well, it's always fun to go in your classroom. And I've been there almost every year. Mm-hmm. And I've seen projects for pedal power and measuring radon. Tell us about what is your creative process? How do you design a fresh project every year?
I'm always on the lookout for doing something new and different. And I've never been satisfied with just here's the standards, the lessons that you have to teach. And I want to see, how can we make it real? How can we make it relevant? How can we go big with it? And so I don't really have a creative process as much as just it's always in the back of my mind to think, what could I get from Jackson EMC this year to really elevate what I'm doing in my classroom? And so it might be a random article I come across, a conversation with a colleague at another school that just kind of inspires an idea, and I just take it and run with it.
Do you ask students for ideas?
I don't, actually, and it's one of those things that, I've been teaching this course for 15 years, so I know really the big picture. I know the fine details as well. And these kids coming in, they don't know that yet, so they don't really know what kind of things to ask for, to investigate. And so I find a lot of joy in providing them with surprising experiences and really things that they couldn't get any other place or any other classroom than mine.
When I go into your classroom, that's one of the things that I notice. The students are so excited to be in your classroom.
Yeah.
And you provide that fun atmosphere, and they're learning. How do you have fun in the classroom?
Man, that's a great question. I've always thought of myself as very lucky because I really enjoy what I do. I'm interested in science. And there's something special about 8th graders in particular, where they have this innate curiosity and this intelligence, and they're just not quite jaded by school yet. And so that's always been very fun for me. And I think because I have fun teaching, because I'm interested, it's just contagious. The kids love it. They really pick up on that, and it's a win for all of us.
You've received numerous grants over the years. What's been your favorite? What's been your favorite project?
Well, I think my favorite and most memorable is the weather balloon, because that, like I said, that was one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do. But one of the things that we keep coming back to is one of my first grants, we got some infrared cameras, and I think we got about 4 of them. And those infrared cameras allow students to investigate the unseen world of energy. And so they can use the cameras to see heat signatures. They can look at different chemical reactions and see which ones heat up and get cold. They can find sources of heat in the classroom and basically things that they couldn't see with their eyes. And that's one of those things that, again, thanks to Jackson EMC and Bright Ideas, that we've been using for over 5 years now with, a fresh group of kids every year. And they love it because it's something they've never seen before with their own technology.
One of the things that I think is so encouraging to us at Jackson EMC when we look at the grants and the teachers who have applied is you're not the only teacher at Twin Rivers. So you have obviously had an effect, and we appreciate you encouraging other teachers because we get a list of applicants, numerous teachers at Twin Rivers apply and receive grants. Do you encourage them and you help coach them in the grant writing, because your grant writing is superior?
Thank you. I absolutely do. And, when it kind of became known that you guys were out here offering this wonderful opportunity for us, I jumped on it and I found the process to be straightforward. It was easy. And then when I would talk to other teachers and say, do you have ideas or something you want? Try Jackson EMC. I'll help you out. And it just kind of became a thing in my school, like, come see Andrew, he'll help you. And so, and I encourage them to do that. And it's, again, you guys provide such a wonderful opportunity for us, and we're going to take advantage of it.
Well, we love being a partner with Twin Rivers Middle School, and thank you for coming in. And I have to ask, have you already decided what you're requesting this year?
I have some ideas. We can talk after the interview, but I do have some ideas for this year, yes.
All right. Well, we can't wait to see it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for listening to Your Power, Your Community, the Jackson EMC podcast. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to hear more great stories like this one.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.